Hey guys, Silver Soul here. So for in this Q&A video, we're going to be answering the questions that were directed to the artist and myself specifically. And before we start, I want to give an apology to those that we've missed the questions of. There are many good questions that were asked, and I'm grateful for everyone that participated, and thanks so much for joining in. And for questions, we're going to start with the Fae Queen, then Odeko, and then myself. Let's get started.
So first question. Hey Faye, what drove you to draw this ship? How did this all begin? And it's from Silver. Basically, this ship, it started around the time I was beginning to main Zoe. I saw this really nice comic about Kane and her from this artist. I think, if I remember, her name's Mimi. And because I have a thing for like these edgy and loud pairs. It doesn't matter if it's the boy who's edgy or it's the guy, like the girl or whatever. But I really like those kind of pairings, and I think they fit in that particular category. So I got pretty interested in them. And then I started reading more about their lores and stuff. I found out these really interesting bits since their lore somehow like blend well with each other, especially after like the dark and color story. That was wild. Like it just made the potential for interaction all the more for these two. And it just blew my mind in junk. So yeah, after that I began like creating and sharing my own stories about them, and I started making headcanons of my own, like what would happen if like Zoe can actually go toe-to-toe with Ras. I think what solidified the ship for me is the fact that from all the league champions, Zoe can really help Kane the most, you know, and I think it goes on that kind of thinking. Like in terms of logical, magical power, she can go head-to-toe with that Darken, and yeah, she can help them. And I think that's what I like about this ship, and you know, stuff on that. Of course, the jokes are also funny. So yeah. So next question, do you have certain tablets you use for drawing or certain programs? Yes, Ella, I actually do. I make use of Photoshop and Paint Tool Sai. I recently got Clip Studio Paint actually, so I'm learning how to use it too. As for my tablets, I use a Wacom Cintiq, and it's kind of nice actually. It's my first time getting one. Question number 3. Do you have criteria or a general storyline to which you adapt your drawing, or do you just make what comes to your mind? Well, actually, I do have a general storyline I follow when it comes to the misadventures of Kane and Zoe. I mean, the story's been written out on paper already, and I'm just currently editing parts of the story so that it'll still fit the current lore. But like the other comic strips, like the jokey, memey ones, those are just jokes and memes me and my friends make. So yeah. Question 4 for Fae Queen. Ooh, are you a Filipino? If so, what do you think about the PH server in League? Hey, best nami, mabuhay. Yes po, Filipino po ako. Woo. And, oh my god, the PH server is like an everyday stroll in hell. But, you know, then again, there's no place like home, really. Yeah, right? Yeah, yes, Filipino, me. And I actually do enjoy the PH server, despite the toxicity of Yasuo mains everywhere. Ooh, next question. When did you get the idea of starting these comics? Also, how much do you ship Kane and Zoe? I got the idea for the misadventures when I was brainstorming possible storylines for Kane and Zoe. I think it was around the time I quit my first job, so I had that much free time. Basically, the idea of Zoe is strong enough to reverse a darkened takeover, just like it resonated in my head pretty well. And that's how the first part of the misadventures of Zoe and Kane comic really happened. I really wasn't planning on continuing it though, because it was meant to be like a one-shot for everyone to read and be like, oof, wow. But everyone seemed to like really like it, and I decided to just continue and actually finish the story. So yeah, it really started off with no ending, but now it does. And I think it's gonna be interesting for everyone, I hope. The other comics though are just jokes, as I said earlier. And for the ship, well, how much do I ship Kane and Zoe? I ship Ken and Zoe to an extent. You know, to me it's like generally how Zoe has a crush on Ezreal, but instead of Ez, it's like Kane. And I like that trope. And like I said before, I really like the edgy plus loud combo. So yeah. Sometimes I draw Kane like blushing and whatever, like showing maybe he has a crush on Zoe, but that's just me really indulging myself. Because I also like that tsundere thing going on. I don't know, I'm a generic person. And I watch, like, well, I used to watch a lot of anime, and now I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, for the most part, the ship, to me, I ship them to an extent of like puppy love, for the most part. For the artist, can you do a JoJo reference? I'll try. I'll try. I'll send Silver something JoJo related. We'll see. 3. Question for Silver Soul and the Fae Queen. How did your collaboration on these comics start? Well, basically, like all great things, it started with a message. He actually messaged me one time on Tumblr asking for permission to dub my comics. And I was like, sure, why not? I mean, it's really great. I would love to see my comic like, dubbed and moving on YouTube. And yeah, after that, it was basically a success on Silver's part. And I just gave him permission to do the rest. And Silver just kept going at it. And sometimes we actually would talk about the story, make jokes about it. And he actually helped me edit parts of the story. So yeah, the rest of the chapters you're gonna see will have some of Silver's nice touches to it. And the rest is history. Basically, everything just fell into place, and here we are now. I'm very proud of Silver, by the way. He's done such a good job on his channel. Yeah, and last question. How much time goes into each panel of the comics? Basically, each panel will take around like 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how detailed it is. The smaller the characters are and the more of the background is seen, it takes longer actually. But normally a page will take about a day to do, and then when I'm really pushing it and I have a lot of time in my hands, I can actually finish 2.5 pages per day, I think. I'm not sure, but that's the usual, I think. Yeah. Thank you.
I will be reading Odeko's question out of requests, and hopefully she'll give some good answers. I haven't read them myself yet, so let's give her a good check out. Hey Odeko, what drove you to draw this ship? How did this all begin? The reason is simple, they're my mains in game. I play them a lot. So one day I just thought, what will happen if they meet each other? Will they actually become friends, rivals, or maybe something more? After this, I discovered their lore, their voice lines. Then I had many stories of them in my mind, which I just started drawing for myself, because I didn't know that someone actually will ship it. I was surprised when my first short comic about them became so popular, and the community were supporting it. I'm glad I've chosen Zoe and Kane to play League, because thanks to them I've found new friends and the best LOL community. Do you have certain tablets for drawing or certain programs? Wacom Intuos Pen and Touch Tablet and Paint Tool Sai, Photoshop CS6. Do you have a criteria for a general storyline to which you adapt your drawing? Or do you just make what comes to your mind? Boom! Something came into my mind while I was doing nothing. I need to draw that before forgetting it forever. Question for the artist. When did you get the idea to start these comics? How much do you love the ship Kane and Zoe? P.S. I love what you do. I just love them as a pairing and as characters in League lore. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit addicted to them. For the artist, can you draw a JoJo reference? Yes. Ora! Do you want to see my stand? No, you don't? I haven't came up with one yet. I cry. For Odeko, how long did it take you to make the first part of Through the Worlds? It's completely awesome and super well drawn and clean. It took like 4 to 5 months. It was a challenge for me, but I'm pretty happy how it turned out. How much time goes into each panel for the comics? It depends. If the panel with just the comics emotions in it, it'll take me probably 1 to 2 hours to fully finish. If there's a complex scene like a fight or a pose in a perspective, it may take 3 to 4 hours, I guess. And those were all the questions for Odeko. I would suggest checking out her awesome Twitter and seeing all the art that she uploads. Give her a follow and you'll get to see every single art that she uploads. Now we got one last take, which would be my questions. Silver Soul. Hey Silver, a question also for the other voice actors. When did you get into voice acting? And what was the first voice you ever did? I am interested since I want to voice act myself. If the others will answer this, that would be a big thanks. Thank you for reading this. Well, I've always been interested in voice acting, but I didn't know how to go into becoming one. But then I found a website that I just tried out all sorts of projects. I have a link down in the description below if you want to join in yourselves. If you do, I encourage that you buy a microphone and download a recording app just to check it out. Hey Silver, how did you come to discover Kane X Zoe? Why do you like it over the other ships? Also, Zoe, can I hug you? My partner in crime, Menya, has been looking for a good comic to dub over. And I was thinking about our voice ranges and I just accidentally found the Kane and Zoe ship comics. I showed them to Menya and we decided to give it a shot just for fun. When you guys liked it as much as you did, we knew that we found something we both would love to do. Hey Silver, I've been wanting to try voice acting for a while now, but I can't seem to find many characters that fit my voice or that I'm even interested in voice acting. As a talented voice actor such as yourself, what would you do in this situation? I would say try impersonations while you're doing other tasks while you're alone. Try talking like Jax while you're driving. Or give a good Draven while you're taking a shower. I always love doing that. Hey Silver, what is your favorite vacation you ever had? The times when I get the luxury of going to sleep until the sun goes down is a good vacation. You started this whole Kane X Zoe series and other skits comics. How much did it help both the voice actors and the artists' exposure? And how is everyone feeling, including yourself, in reaching this far in this entire thing? I won't lie. Uploading something that gets people exciting and gets people to watch your stuff gets you more fired up than you could possibly realize. I knew from the first Zoin video that we'd be doing this for a while, and if the artists could get more publicity from this, all the better. Hey Silver, I'm so happy you reached 12,000 subs. You've come a long way. You've shown us pictures of you cosplaying Gintama. Would you cosplay him again, or would you want to cosplay someone else? It doesn't have to be Kane. If I ever know how to build a Kane cosplay, I would love to cosplay as him. But I'm relatively content with my Gintoki cosplay, and it wasn't cheap too. But if I had a good $1,000 to spare, a Goblin Slayer cosplay would be really cool. Hey Silver, who's the real VA behind Zoe? That would be Erica Lindbeck. She's an extremely talented actress who also voices Talia. She also voices other well-known characters in anime and video games, like Jericho from the 7 Deadly Sins, Kaori from Your Lie in April, Catwoman from the most recent Spider-Man game, Celica from Fire Emblem, and you can also expect her to be voicing Broly's girlfriend in the most recent Dragon Ball Super movie. Hey Silver, I love you, and I was wondering, what does Silver eat? Also, what's your favorite pasta? Chicken Alfredo, hands down. How the heck are you? Happy New Year! Ah, it's always a pleasure to hear from you, my old friend. Happy New Year, Gilder. For Silver Soul. Is that a JoJo reference? Yes. Yes, it is. Hey, Silver Soul. I really enjoy your videos. Of course, especially the Zoe and Kane ones. I barely leave comments on your YouTube videos, but I do have one question. Do you main Kane? If yes, do you prefer going red or blue? I rarely play League, and I would main Kane. But from what I know, red Kane would be the safest way to play a game, since blue Kane is more situational than Kane, as red. Silver, how long have you been doing comic dubs? For almost 2 years, I started with Fire Emblem comics. Have you done your part and subscribed to PewDiePie? Yes, all hail the Internet King. Question for Silver Soul. In Hug Time video, Zoe said she did it 8 times to Kane. What did she mean? She hugged him 8 times, 9 already. Get your mind out of the gutter, you dummy. Question for Silver Soul. What inspired you to do comic dubs on YouTube? I think what inspired me to do them is that I really enjoy how simple yet enjoyable they are to watch in a video, and I always wanted to try this out for myself, just for the heck of it. Silver Soul. What's the thing you love most about Kane and Zoe as characters? What I love about Zoe is that she's an explosive character that enjoys to have fun, and Kane's the absolute opposite. And from the words of Todd Howard, it just works. Quick question, Silver Sama. Why Kane and Zoe? It's interesting to see this kind of ship. I'd like to hear the origins. Well, I kinda just found it accidentally, as I said. And I really like this ship because these characters are complete opposites, and I think they kinda make a cute couple. Silver Soul, how old are you? Zoe and Kane, are they gonna become boyfriend-girlfriend? And is Ross gonna fall in love with Zoe? I'm 25, and I hope that Zoe and Kane will be boyfriend and girlfriend. And Ross, he's not gonna fall in love with Zoe anytime soon. This is a question for Silver Soul. Are you aware of the fact that your channel has more than 12,000 subs, but you have over 1 million people watching your content? I am aware that if you put all of my videos' views together that it will add up to a little over 2 million views on my channel. However, views are not an individual person, and not to mention, I always watch all my created videos more than 20 times to enjoy the creation that I made. If you add up all the videos that I ever made, that alone adds up to 1,440 views. And I'm sure most of you have seen more than just one of my videos repeatedly. So no, if I had 1 million, there would be more digits in views of my most popular video. Sorry, Demon, but I'm not as popular as you think. Question for the voice actors. What made you guys interested in voice acting? I was interested because I was always told I had a very nice voice, and I wanted to try to do something with that and try to voice characters like in anime, since the storytelling in anime I always relatively enjoy. Silver Soul, are you gay? No, I have a girlfriend. Silver Soul, where in Runeterra do you want to have a vacation? Ionia would be my place to go to. Mountains to hike, nature to enjoy, temples to learn from, Ionia would be my place to go. Mr. Silver Soul, will we get more cool storylines like the one of Zoe and Kane for other champions? We might. Question for Silver Soul. How did you get interested in this kind of stuff? Kane and Zoe, etc. I already told that, Mikaru. I'm sorry, friend. To Silver Soul and Menya. How did your teamwork begin? How did you find each other? We met in different projects and we were brought together by other voice actors. Now we make a pretty good team. Silver Soul, I want to know more about the person behind this beautiful voice. How old are you? And what is your name? I already told my age, and you only need to concern yourself with my identity as Silver Soul. The internet is my escape from my world after all. No idea if you'll be asked this a lot, but when do you think you'll join League on Fans? I know your current laptop isn't cutting it, but still. I honestly have no idea. I may be able to work towards having an actual computer, but we will have to see. But in the meantime, if you want me to play with you, you'll be down a teammate for about 10 minutes with a pretty bad lag on my side. And besides, I suck at the game anyways, even with the best equipment. Silver Soul, when is the part 7 for the misadventures of Zoe and Kane gonna come? Look, I can't do the next part even if I wanted to. Faye does the art, the comic, and the story. I have nothing to do with the creation of the comic itself, I just dub the comic. And once the comic does come out, I need a month to set deadlines, think of effects, musics. There's a lot that goes into these things. If you want the comic to come out sooner, you're gonna need to support the artist. Go to her Ko-fi account and donate $5 to her. Give her an actual reason to keep the series going. Silver Soul, will you post more often? I am posting as much as I can. I rely on many talents on the internet that I work with. And I've got other duties that call to me. I'm even in a musical theater that I'm rehearsing for. I know you love the videos, but I can only post so often. Question for Silver Soul. Well, I just want to say Happy New Year, and how are you doing? If Zoe, Blue Kane, and Red Kane fought one another, who would win? Thanks, Blade. And I don't know how the answer to that. Lore-wise, all three are immortal, but Zoe has the tools to seal them away. So, Zoe would win. But game-wise, I just don't know. It depends on the game situation. For Silver Soul, what's your favorite dog breed? I guess Corgis. Is Kane your main? If I had a character to main, yes. Silver, how often are you going to be using Zoe voice actor number 2? I low-key kinda like her, but I also want to see if she sticks because we got her in that one hug short. My main actress is my partner, but the other actresses are extremely talented actresses that I will rely on if Menya disappears again. It's so I can keep content coming out for your viewing pleasure. Silver Soul, I wanted to ask you, why did you create this kind of fan fiction between Kane and Zoe? Is it because you main Kane and Zoe or something? I didn't create it, nor have I ever played Zoe, but I do ship them. Hey Silver Soul, what do you think about Riot reworking Zed's lore? Zed's update simply included Kane a bit better, which I think is great. It gives us insight that Zed sees Kane ruling the Order one day. For Silver Soul, If you became Kane, are you gonna be annoyed to Zoe? What's gonna be your reaction? If I became Kane, I probably would have the same reaction. For Silver, any chance you'll do Smash Ultimate type content? Not likely. There are plenty other channels that will do Smash content. Zoe feels rather unique for the channel. Silver Soul, can you somehow put Warwick in your stories? Not up to me. You're gonna have to ask the artists. Question for Silver Soul. What part do you like most about making a video? I think I enjoy the emotion that the video pulls out of you. Whether it make you laugh or cry, I experience that almost all the time while making a video. Reworking things and re-looking it over. It's just an enjoyable thing that I get sick pleasure out of. For Silver Soul, how long have you been doing comics for? Do you have any websites where you sell your art? For almost 2 years, but I do not draw whatsoever. The Fae Queen and Odeko actually do sell art. The Fae Queen has a Facebook and has commissions open most of the time. And as for Odeko, I don't remember if she does, but it's worth checking out. I'll leave both links down below. Hey Silver and the Silver Crew, what is the future plan for Zoe and Kane's story? How long should the story go, and what about the voice authors and the artists? Are they still looking forward to continuing this project? I enjoy any video and am always excited to watch the next one. I have no idea how long it will last. I hope it lasts for a very long time. Silver, what's the most difficult part about starting this comic dub channel? I'd have to say editing the pictures to add parts that normally didn't exist, since my art talent is more than lacking. For Silver Soul, why are your videos for Kane and Zoe coming out so late? Because I work all day and edit all night, and when I'm not editing, I need a break every once in a while. I'm only one man after all, and me uploading a video isn't a job, it's a hobby. For Silver Soul, are you going to make any other comic dubs until Kane and Zoe comics is updated? I ship Thresh and Callista, by the way. No plans on that, but there are plenty of Kane and Zoe comics and plenty of artists out there that ship Kane and Zoe. We've got content to spare. For Silver Soul, why these two characters? Do you plan on doing a series with another characters as well? I already answered the two characters part, but I do not plan on other series and other characters. That's entirely up to the artists. Can you animate the stories of Zoe and Kane with more better graphics, or is it too much to ask? I'm pretty sure most League players will subscribe to you if you do that. I don't know how to draw, and I sure as hell do not know how to animate. Do I want my work animated? Absolutely. But I don't have the slightest idea on even how to animate, and I'm less than desired to learn. Sorry, but animation will not be happening in the channel for a very, very long time. For Soul, how much time does a Misadventures video take? For example, the last one. That last one required a week without distractions, from answering fans, other voice actors, other projects I voiced for, family plans, unexpected problems for work, and my drive to even do them. I do require a deep sense of concentration to voice them myself, edit the images, pick out the music, set the deadlines for the voice talents and sound effects. More go into these videos than you realize. I want to ask something and recommend. Why are you so good at making videos of these, and why are you making me like you even more? Could you make one scene where Kane and Zoe are like a build-up muscle man of a JoJo reference with Awaken? If the artist is willing to draw it, then sure. And thank you, Rubro. I probably pronounced that wrong, but I love you too. Question for Silver Soul. Do you see yourself as Kane? In some ways, yeah. I just feel like I can relate to him sometimes. For Silver Soul, how do you organize your time? Some days I have a busy schedule. I have a planner that tells me what times of days I should do things. Other days, I don't plan and I just roll with the punches. Silver Soul, will Aatrox appear? Yes. For Silver Soul, what inspired you to make Kane and Zoe videos? I'd have to say voice acting. Question for Silver Soul, do you happen to main Kane or Zoe? If so, then will you teach me how to get good? I currently main Kaisa, Pyke, and kinda Kane, and I need pro teachings from Kane. Just cause I voice Kane, it doesn't exactly mean that I'm any good at it. Sorry, but I'm sure there are other YouTubers who are really good with Kane that can show you some sweet builds and paths that you can take as Kane, so sorry about that. Hey Silver Soul, will we ever see Shadow Assassin Kane soon? By the way, love all your comics. Maybe. I don't exactly know. A question for Silver Soul. I've been watching the Zoe and Kane series and I really like them. I even had some ideas how it should end. I want to ask your permission to write a book based on this series since you're the creator. Also, it's hard work to make these comics and voices. Love your videos. I'm not the creator, but as deeply flattered as I am, there's a big old community that do love this ship. And if you want to make a book out of it, more power to you. What rank are you guys currently in? And could you guys say something in Spanish? I'm lower than the Wood Division, and, ¿qué hora es? Does that mean what's up? Question for Silver Soul. When is the next Misadventures video coming up? I really don't know. I don't draw. Silver. Among all the characters in LoL, why Zoe and Kayn? More than a year ago, Kayn and Zoe came out about the same time and the community thought they'd be cute together, specifically the artists. And with the dubs and the comics, I've chosen Kayn and Zoe mainly because they fit me and Menya's voice rather well. My question for Silver Soul: how long will you be doing these fan arts? That's all up to the artists, but I hope for a very long time. Question for you: how and why did you stole Kayn's voice? I don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps I'll do a video on how to recreate Kayn's voice if you're interested. Question for you: what is your favorite ship so far? Garen and Katarina. To Silver Soul: are you a virgin? I'll never tell. Hey Silver Soul, I really like your Fire Emblem support conversations. Are you ever going back to them, or doing any Fire Emblem related content? I honestly do miss the Fire Emblem days, but I fear those days are done. But my friends still do Fire Emblem content if you still hunger for Fire Emblem, and I still even voice for them still. Hola Silver-chan, or something. This is my question. Ahem. What do you prefer, Lux and Ez, or Kayn and Zoe? Kayn and Zoe by far. Silas and Lux is the new ship for me. Jarl Lightfeather can take a hike. Question for Silver Soul: what's your opinion on pineapples? Well, Peter, they're better than tomatoes. For Silver Soul: I'm curious about whether or not you had met Faye or Odekoyma through League. If so, how often do you guys play together? Love your videos, by the way, keep them coming. I met them through Tumblr. I was extremely nervous before I met them and was frightened by their talent. But now I'm glad I call them friends. And will we ever play League together? Perhaps one day we will. Who knows? For Soul: how did you get the idea of starting this channel? And why is Zoe so annoying in-game but cute in the comics? Well, that goes back to my origin. I started voice acting and I realized most of the projects that I got casted in will always die before they even start. So I decided that I'd do my own channel, where I know that I will upload what I love. And I can't answer that for you there, but I always saw Zoe as a scary person according to lore. That's just me though. For Silver Soul: are you maining Kayn? Once I get that computer upgrade, I will plan on trying to main Kayn. Question: a colleague got the hots for Kayn. Would animate between this two into some love triangle humor jealous kind of way? An edit. Question to Silver Soul about the wedding between Zoe and Kayn. Will you be in the future draw or animate or dub about them having a kid someday? To answer your first question, I think that's entirely up to the artists, because I can't draw in any way, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how I would make this love triangle thing work out in a humorous way. I'm not that creative of a guy. And to answer your second question, there's actually a bunch of Zoin artists that actually have created a kid for Zoe and Kayn, and her name is Ran. And you could I'll actually post some pictures on here. I don't think they're anything dub-worthy, even though it would be really exciting to see Ran be more integrated somehow. I think that would be really, really awesome. And those are all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed the answers, and if not, tell us why you didn't like them. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed it at least, and more content is to come. I actually reached out to a new artist that I'm able to do more comic dubs of. That's going to be a very exciting thing, I think, for everyone. So in the meantime, please subscribe and share this with your friends. Leave a like if you want or something, or whatever.